Football is a beautiful game. The emotions, the amazing trophies, and most importantly, the skills and tricks. Every week, the best ballers release a handful of tricks, but you know what? Some guys go too far with them that FIFA thinks they're way too disrespectful, and they ban them. Ouch! That's FIFA sort of limiting our beautiful game. Well, here are 8 tricks banned from football. 8. The Seal Dribble. Let's roll back to 2005. Ronaldinho was the football monument at that time, but there was this one other guy who was shaking things up in Brazil. Curlon was his name, and his famous trick delighted viewers. This dude made football like a circus. Unfortunately, as delightful as Curlon's seal dribbling is, it is completely banned from the game, which was the reason for the heated debate in Brazil at that time. In a Brazilian league match between Atlético Mineiro and Cruzeiro in 2006, Curlon was dubbing the Cruzeiro shirt, and his club happened to be winning the game by 4-3. But with a few minutes left on the clock to finish the encounter, you know what players tend to do in that type of situation? Curlon decided to do some showboating. He hit this trick. Without foreseeing the consequences, the opponent player knocked Curlon down, and the rest was a tale of chaos. Players from Atlético Mineiro thought things were just a show, so the opponent player had to take him out. Even the Brazilian national coach thought he did too much, so the gaffer told him to knock it off. Since that incident, the trick was banned and players were warned to not disrespect their opponents with excessive showboating. So in an official match, anyone who hits Curlon's seal signature move might be warned or even booked. Sometimes you might not even have to do some showboating before your trick gets banned in football, and Marco Verratti's headed back pass was one of those tricks. 7. Marco Veratti, the headed back pass. Did you know that if a player passes the ball to his goalkeeper during an official match, he can't hold it with his hands? Yes, that's a rule, but some footballers found a way to bypass this law, so instead of passing to the goalie with their foot, they'd head the ball back to him. Isn't that some brains there? You bet. It didn't take long before the rule makers learned about this smart move, so they changed the laws. They changed the rule saying if you pass the ball to your goalkeeper while it's in the air, it's no foul. But this dude, Marco Veratti, tried to outsmart this new rule again. He got caught because he didn't pass the ball with his head while in the air. What a smart-ass turned disaster class. The football governing body wanted to ensure that no one was messing around with this one, so they just had to change the headed back pass rule again. However, this governing body still can't catch all the laws, especially Emmy Martinez's penalty shootout mind games. 6. Emmy Martinez's penalty mind games. In the 2022 World Cup finals, Argentina went on to win the World Cup after a battle that lasted over 120 minutes on the pitch. The game was to be decided by a penalty shootout after no one emerged victorious in normal regulation time. Argentina won courtesy of a decisive kick from Gonzalo Montiel. But what truly inspired their win was Emmy Martinez's smart antics. The dude is known to use brash personalities to provoke his opponents and mess with their minds. Martinez has been doing this even before the World Cup. In the Copa America semi-final against Colombia, Martinez used his trash talk and mind games against the Colombians to point that even the super confident Yemi Mina sent his penalty the wrong way. That night, Martinez went on to save 2 penalties. Everyone knew this, including former England international Alan Shearer, who admitted that Martinez was putting so much pressure on the players with his mind games. Since Martinez's tactics were exposed, goalkeepers have been banned from moving around their posts and playing mind games during shootouts. However, I doubt Martinez's mind games would have stopped this next player's trick even if it had not been banned. This next trick is owned by our beloved Brazilian, Neymar. 5. Neymar's pause before the penalty kick. The Brazilian star is known for his dazzling dribbling techniques and his ability to make defenders look like dummies. But he also had this crazy penalty move that almost always sent goalkeepers the wrong way. That was until FIFA blurted out with a big no again. Neymar's trick was stopping before shooting. He would approach and immediately stop for a second just before kicking the ball, sending the goalkeeper to move reflexively and go the wrong way while he played the ball in the opposite direction. That seemed like an easy trick that worked until it was banned in 2010 after goalkeepers lodged many unhappy complaints. Neymar must still consider it a win though, because thanks to that trick, he scored easy penalties from the best goalkeepers. The next football trick banned from football is 4. The shirt catch. If you've ever played street football, you will know that the shirt catch is a sleek move. Although the rules are not so serious in street football games, professional football games are a lot more serious than that. Even professional football players wouldn't want to use this trick in a professional football game, as it appears dangerous to have the ball in the stomach region while an opponent is charging at you for a tackle. Imagine a player like Pepe coming after you with the ball in your stomach area, or another Real Madrid legend like Sergio Ramos. One thing is for sure, they would definitely hand that player some stiff kicks that would send them out for months. However, that was not the only reason for the ban, as FIFA considered this trick an extension of the arm. Funny if you ask me, but I think FIFA should still be thanked for some of these bans. I wonder what football matches would be like if this next trick was not banned. This trick is called the running knee lock. This type of trick would surely cause injuries, and FIFA was quick to say no to this trick as well. But seriously, guys, unless you can carry the ball between your knees and move faster than Mbappe, you should never try this trick. Players who also try this trick will earn a yellow card booking. Speaking of receiving a yellow card for a trick, this one is not an exception either. 2. Time wasting. For everyone who loves the game and has seen it played repeatedly, you would know that time wasting might seem like a sneaky move, but it's actually about how cleverly a player does it. But don't you think referees are also trained to be just as smart? According to the rule makers, time wasting has become an offence. When it's visibly clear that a player is deploying means to waste time, as primarily associated with goalkeepers delaying goal kicks, you get booked for it. Without mentioning any names, guys, one team in the Spanish La Liga is known for resorting to time wasting when it comes to sustaining a narrow lead over the years. This team is Atletico Madrid. Yep, that's right. But oops, just spilled the beans there. In a Champions League game against Manchester United, which they went on to win, the Spanish team utilised every opportunity they had to run down time. After Lodi's opening goal, and then Manchester United's coach, Ralf Rangnick, complained post-match that Atletico Madrid players spent most of the time in the second half lying on the floor and complaining about this or that. That was a typical Atletico Madrid. While the time-wasting trick is one we're all familiar with, even in street football, this next trick might appear to be strange. It's called the donkey free kick. This trick happened in a match between Coventry and Everton FC. Many people were confused about why this trick got banned because it looked fancy. Some also thought the move was wacky, while most believed FIFA felt it was undermining the integrity of the game. And that's a wrap, guys. Do you know why Brazilians made up so much of our list on this video? They literally own football tricks, and they're also subscribed to Scorezone, as they're real fans. If you want to be as cool as the Samba Kings, hit that subscribe button, and welcome to the team. Cheers!